I shot my load a little early with the first VMD. I was editing with the intention of publishing right at the death of the month, but this meant that I missed the release of both Wiley's brilliant Godfather 2 and the new single from the 1975. So I've taken a little more time with this one, and this video will be all patience and grace. I promise. Girly opened the taps with details of her upcoming UK tour, and with the release of new single Day Month Second on the 7th, which immediately made itself onto Spotify's New Music Friday playlist. If you aren't familiar with Girly, she's a provocative and exciting singer, rapper and songwriter who you need in your life. She mixes her confrontational attitude with bubblegum pop. Imagine Charlie XCX going full kaiju in Equestria. Morrissey pulled down his big boy pants again and attempted to dampen down yet another dumpster fire. He wanted to clarify remarks he'd previously made about Hitler being left-wing, London Mayor Sadiq Khan, and his advocacy for far-right political party For Britain. He also weighed in on the media climate around the recent arrest and imprisonment of EDL founder Tommy Robinson, and he just generally Morrissey'd all over the place. Electro-industrial legend Shiki Diordna, aka Android Lust, kicked off her first ever UK tour on the 8th of June with a show at the Railway Hotel in Southend-on-Sea. She also played at Electro Works in London, which I couldn't f***ing go to because life f***ing unfair mix of If any of you were able to catch the shows with Inertia and Global Citizen, then I'm so glad you had a great time. But I also kind of hate you. Singer Georgia Smith also released her debut album Lost and Found on the 8th. This album is a grower. On my first listen, I found it pretty subdued, with third single Teenage Fantasy being the only true standout track. But it becomes more alluring and interesting with each successive run. Smith is often compared to artists like Lauryn Hill, Alicia Keys, Amy Winehouse, and even Mos Def. But no one seems to mention Sia, which is weird because I think she really sounds like Sia. Which isn't a criticism, obviously, because you wouldn't criticise a physicist for sciencing like Richard Feynman. This comparison actually crystallises the appeal of this album to me. I'm really old now, and this album felt like a callback to the 90s trip hop and acid jazz of acts like 07, who worked with Sia. So there. The 20th saw the Aquadolls release their Bleach 7-inch EP. The Aquadolls owe a lot to classic grunge, though not exactly Nirvana Bleach grunge, more what Kim Deal was doing with the Pixies in the run-up to the whole movement. Cool riffs, fuzz guitars, and lead singer-songwriter Melissa Brooks' charisma and tantalising vocals makes them wholly deserving of your ears. Trent Reznor spoke to cultural Marxist propaganda rag The Guardian on the 21st, in the run-up to the release of Nine Inch Nails' Bad Witch. He reflects on his past of hellfire angst and addiction from an older, wiser, yet no less enraged and nihilistic perspective. His views on the rise of Trump and the toxic nature of online communities come to the fore. Reznor is conscious of how far he's come, how much he's achieved and continues to offer, but he's unwilling to rest on his laurels or take absolutely anything in this world for granted. At only 30 minutes long, Bad Witch itself is the band's shortest studio album to date. But this means its focus is razor sharp and there's no shortage of innovation and inspiration on display. Third song Play the Goddamn Part heavily emphasises distorted usage of saxophones and racing bass under a cacophony of blasting digital effects. Vocally, Reznor channels the style of friend and hero David Bowie on God Break Down the Door and Closer Over and Out, a song with curiously dreamlike qualities to it. All told, Bad Witch is hypnotic, disturbing, vital and beautiful in ways that only Nine Inch Nails can be. And that's it for this month. Links to everything I've talked about are in the description, and if you have anything you want to throw my way over the coming weeks, hit me up in the comments, or you can find me on Twitter at violet_cause. I also have a new home on pastelwasteland.com. There's a lot of great stuff going on over there, so please come over and check it out. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.